Hey guys, this is an extract guide for the Powerline Passage Green Flare extract on woods, just in case you guys wanted to know where it was located and also how to use it to give yourself another extract option for woods. So obviously, because this is a Green Flare extract, you will have to bring one into raid with you, and you can actually buy 2 per reset from Jaeger for about 6k rubles each, or you can also use the signal pistol with the compatible cartridge if you do have access to that from ref. And once you do buy Green Flare, then you want to make sure that you place it into one of your special slots so that it won't be lost if you do die, and also because you can assign it into your special slots to one of your quick key slots either before or during a raid in order to use it. So I do have a map of woods on the screen right now with the Powerline Passage extract marked, and looking at the map, I have no idea why they chose to place this extract here relatively close to ZB14 and also outskirts. I feel like it really should have been placed at the northern part of the map, which desperately needs some form of a PMC extract, but regardless, I will now show you guys in a raid how to use this extract. So my PMC's here on woods, and to my right is the checkpoint area that will lead to the sawmill, which is going to be off in the distance here, and then over this way is where the scav house in the outskirts extract is located. Now the location of the Powerline Passage extract is actually just going to be over this way past the backhoe loader and this orange truck, and an easy way to actually find it is to just follow the road which comes from the checkpoint area. So as I start to follow this road towards the extract past the orange truck, which will be on my left, then when you do get in between these 2 large trees on your right, then this will be when you get the notification in the bottom right hand corner that you are in the signal flare area. But just know that it can be very easy to miss this since it is quite small and it does only stay on your screen for between 3 and 4 seconds. And for those of you who do struggle to use the flares correctly, then I will show you a formation or a setup that you can use to make sure that it will work for you every time here on woods. Now once you are in the actual signal flare area, then you can pull out your green flare and aim it about 60 to 80 degrees in the air and fire. Just make sure that you are not firing it straight ahead of yourself into the ground or straight up at 90 degrees or more, because for these green flare extracts, the flare supposedly has to reach a certain height towards the extract to trigger your safety, and even though they have adjusted this to be much more lenient, if you do fire it with your PMC straight up as far as they can point, then the flare will actually land behind you. So it won't go into the safe zone and it will not always work for you. So it will definitely be more reliable for you to go for that 60 to 80 degree angle instead. So basically you want to walk yourself up to this wood pile and essentially line up with it or just slightly behind it, which is going to be inside the signal flare area, but it is going to be pretty close to the edge, so just make sure that you don't go further than the wood pile itself. And when you do pull out your green flare, then you want to aim it so that the top of the flare is going to be in between the bottom 2 power lines. Now once you have made sure of this, then you can fire away, and then you want to wait the 2 to 3 seconds before you do start running down the road. Now you do have to run what seems like quite a long distance here before you begin to extract on this map, and as far as the safe zone within the extraction is concerned, on the right hand side there is going to be a mine warning sign, which will be your barrier to that side, and then on the left side I do have a picture up on the screen right now that has a tank and also the tree beyond it highlighted, and these are going to be your barriers on that left side. Now if you do end up going past either of these items on the left hand side, then the sniper will fire at you, and then if you end up going past the barrier on the right hand side, then you will get blown up by a mine. So just remember that the most reliable way would be for you to just stay directly on the road, and then this will ensure that you extract without any issues. And I also want to mention that you have to be aware that the BTR also uses this road in its travels, so just make sure that you don't get run over while trying to extract. However, because it is so loud, you should be able to hear it. And just that you guys know, if you are in a group, then only one person does need to bring in and fire a green flare, and it will work for all of you to go ahead and extract, so not everybody needs to bring in a flare for themselves. And also, if you do end up firing the flare and for whatever reason, if it does fail to trigger your safety, as long as you don't die to the sniper, then you can always run back to the signal flare area and try again if you did bring in another flare or if somebody in your group has another flare. But just know that your raid in particular could just be buggy, because I have been getting a lot of reports on that on my old video. But if you do think that you might have done something wrong, then it could definitely be worth trying to shoot off the flare again and extract. So hopefully this updated guide helped you guys to utilize this extract. Thank you guys for choosing to watch my guide on this, and I hope that you have a fantastic rest of your day.